All right, welcome to LearnWire. Today we're going to be looking at Kopify, a newer AI content writer software that has recently launched on Appsumo. It actually has been on for, I don't know, about maybe 3 days up to a week. Still chasing the first review right here. I think that's part of the reason that maybe it's not taking off quite as much is that you do have to use your own custom OpenAI key for this, right? So that is going to probably turn off a lot of people. But I went ahead, and of course, that is why you watch LearnWire. I went ahead and signed up for OpenAI to a paid plan, which I've never had to do because I have so many AI writers. But I did want to test this software out to see if it's any good and so forth. So we're going to do an in-depth review for you. We are using the GPT 3.5, so the newest version. You do have to go over to OpenAI right over here, and I did sign up for an account, and this will just give you kind of a little bit of knowledge, or for those of you that have not signed up for the OpenAI paid plan, you have to put in a credit card and everything. But if I go over to Kopify inside over here, you can see that I've already generated 5,000 words right here. And if we go back over to OpenAI, we only spent $1, and I put a hard limit on $80 for now. And so if you do the math on that, just to give you an idea of what this looks like. So if we did 5,200 words, right? So you go back over to Kopify, 5,200 words right there, okay? And we only spent $1 for that, right? So if we take 5,200 and let's just say we want to spend $50. So you take the words and you would multiply it by 50 equals. So you would be able to get 260,000 words using DaVinci 3 GPT 3.5. Is basically what you're going to be using is the best GPT out there right now. And that is what is kind of cool about this, is that you're going to be using the best. And what's really cool is that's actually pretty darn cheap. That's as cheap as you're going to get for any other high quality tools. So check this out, right? So you've got that, and then you come back over here. You can actually control, let's see, manage account. Maybe if we go into the playground, I don't know. No, I think that they're automatically forcing you. Kopify is probably automatically using the best one because you have all these modes right here, right? We can go down here and we can use all these different models, but this is where they're going to be using the latest GPT 3.5 from DaVinci right here. So this is why it's going to cost that much. But when you look at it, it's actually pretty darn cheap. $50, you're going to get 260,000 words, for that $50. So just to give you, I guess if you take that and you times that by 2, for $100, you're going to get 520,000 words. All right. So there's no other high quality AI writer like Jasper and ScaleNut and Copy AI, all the big ones that I use. None of them are going to even come close to what you're going to be able to do with this kind of tool and this setup. So wanted to clear that one up. I think that's the most important part before we start. So we are here on Kopify, and I really like the layout. It's really, really clean user interface. It's using my favorite colors, which are blue, and it's got a gradient in the background. So it's just really simple. And if you've used Jasper before, it's going to look a lot like Jasper. I just don't, there's a pretty big resemblance for using the tool and the way it looks and everything. But they have you hook right in to straight to OpenAI and the source of where everyone's really getting all this anyways. And so what you're able to do with this is plug into the best AI technology, GPT 3.5 right now, currently, and you're able to get it for a fraction of what you're able to get it with all the other tools out there, right? But there is a little bit of tech setup. You've got to get your API key. You've got to go in and go over to the settings section. You've got to go over. This is where you're gonna see your usage, obviously. But then there is the integrations right here. and everything's blocked out, which is good. But this is where you're going to put your API key from OpenAI, and it's a paid account. You have to do that. And then you can actually hook up. I actually tried to do this, and I ran into an error, and I'm just going to move on. There's some technical things you need to do in order to get the WordPress hooked up, but you can actually hook up. You have to install a plugin on your WordPress site and everything. You can actually hook up your site and publish directly from Kopify as well. Okay. So now we're going to start. This is what it looks like. You can go over to the workflow. We're going to look at that. I'll probably spend most of my time in that. You have documents and templates. You can go over to the, where is it? The folders section. They don't have the roadmap up, but it's going to be coming soon. You can, if you click on the support button, it's going to take you right over to an email so you can get support. And I was trying to look at, okay, so here's the recent documents where I actually created a full document right there. And I think that that's probably what we're going to be spending most of the time looking at. What I did, I was trying to look at, let me see over here. There was a place where you can go and, okay, add folders. So you can add a folder right here for different websites you're working on, or later on in the workflow section, you can just add one. And here's a folder right here. You can edit or go to that. So realistic pay right there. So pretty cool. We'll go look at the templates. You can actually create your own template right here, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that, but I like that. And you can see that they only have 5, 10, 11, 12 main kind of templates right here. So it's not the 80 to 100 that you're going to get with Jasper and Kopify AI. They're just right out of the gates. It's a newer company. But at the same time, they've got some really, really good stuff in here. So I've tested some different things out, and I spent the last hour before doing the review checking out the software. It's really, really cool. You can go and do the traditional, get some article titles here. You can create an outline right here, and you can go and create an introduction. You have a conclusion right here, and then you have your paragraphs right here, and your meta description. So you can basically create an entire article using the template method. And what I was surprised to see was when I come in here to paragraph version 2, let's see, where is that? It was down there earlier, but it looks like the data from what I did earlier is not there anymore, which is kind of interesting. But if we go over to templates, so that's one thing that I'll just point out. I'm liking so far. It's really, really cool, and it's pumping out some really unique content with the AI detection, which is cool. But one thing that is interesting is that I used all these tools earlier already, and the history of the text is no longer right there. So I'll actually reach out to the developers and let them know, hey, I used the tool, but after stepping away for 10 minutes or so, the text just goes away, right? So that's something definitely you want to have some type of history, I think, of what you've written so far. So, but what you can do, I've already got some stuff already kind of that has worked. So I'm going to go and just say that right off the bat, I can tell you that the paragraph 1 and paragraph 2, you're going to want to use the paragraph 2 because it pumped out really high quality. So let's just say we're going to go like that, and we're going to go with like maybe the benefits of email marketing right here. I'm just going to put that one in right there as well. And you have your subheading as well. And this is the article title, and then your subheading, right? And then right here, just going to say friendly, and I'm going to say long right here. And you can go up to 9 outputs right here, which is cool. I'm just going to keep it at 1 and push generate. And so this one yielded like 100% unique content when I compared it. So that was really cool. Of course, it's going to, just depend on each time you spin the wheel, if you will. So email marketing is a great way to promote your business and build relationships. Benefits. So it is talking about email allows you to, so it's talking about the benefits right here. It gave us 166 words. Generally, if you do the long output right here, it gives you about 150 words or so. So I'm going to copy that. We'll come back over here and do a new scan right here, paste that in, and just, it passes plagiarism, like it's going to pass plagiarism. So I usually just detect the AI. So we're looking at 41%. I've tested this for an hour. I've gotten a lot of 90% and above, which is really cool, but still even off this one, 41% right there. So I think just showing you kind of how you can build your article over here, right? So we'll just go over here and take a keyword. Let's go and take a keyword right over here. It has to do with email marketing. And I'm just going to see what kind of questions we can get over here with email marketing real fast. I'm going to come back over here to filter, and I'm going to just look at 500 or less. And let's just go with, well, no, that one's hard, so we're not going to go with that. All right, so here's one that has some traffic, and we're going to, it looks like a pretty easy keyword. So, and it looks like it's pretty specific. So why are brands fully embracing email marketing? We're gonna go back into Kopify, and I'm gonna show you the coolest part so far of just testing is we can go into workflow, round up blog post, write roundup posts featuring the best products from Amazon, and monetize them with your affiliate links. That is coming soon, but they do have the outline mode. And right before I do this, I wanted one more thing on the templates that I just remembered to talk about is the product review. I actually went in here. See, this is what I'm talking about. It kept the product review right here. It kept this history right here, but it didn't on the other ones. You see what I'm saying, guys? But right here, I put in all this information, and it actually, nope, that's the history of the one that I just did with the template. So it must have a auto kind of, it gets rid of it after a certain amount of time. Again, I'm going to be reaching out to them because I don't think it should do that. It should keep your history. But this product review did a really good job. I put in some features right here. I put in a keyword, the product name, and tone of voice, and it did a good job writing about a 200 word product review. That'd be great to put in your e-commerce product descriptions and so forth. So we're going to go back over to the workflow, which I think is going to be the big standout of this tool. And you're going to go over to, you can create your own right here, or your own workflow. You can actually create your own workflow, and you can use all the templates that they have, and you can actually have it, you can create a workflow, which is super cool. I haven't seen this in any other tool that allows you to customize your workflow, which is super cool. You could actually use this to really hone in and create the workflow and based on the templates exactly for your niche and your needs. But I'm going to go back over here and just use the one that they already have for you for a basic blog post. We're going to go like this. And they have the 3 right here. So we have the introduction. We know what keyword we have right here. And I'm going to go ahead and just title this, or capital case this. All right, so we put our title in right there, and then we're going to just say informal. We're going to say helpful and friendly. And then you add to the workflow. We're going to push the plus button, and we're going to go to the outline section right here. All right. So we can add individually and then just push the add button. But what you need to do is the add button. And I forgot that we needed to take this. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go over and I'm going to right click. We're going to come right back onto this one because we needed to get the introduction real quick. So just grab your keyword, go back. Sorry. Still learning the software here, but you're going to want to go to the outline builder over here, and then you're going to put the keyword in right there. Again, you can do multiple outputs, but they've done a pretty good job so far in my testing. So I'm just going to go with the one output for now. And then you're going to get these H2s right here. Perfect. It's not that big of an article. So we'll go ahead and just copy this right here. So I'm going to copy that. We'll go back over to our workflows. I just want to go to documents just to see, yeah, we didn't have that other one saved in there. We'll go back to the outline builder real quick just to show you again. And I've pasted this into, so this is one kind of thing that they should probably have is some type of little box over here that allows us to kind of keep that, that outline that we just built. Because we have a title, we have an outline, all that stuff, and we need a little notepad to put it in. But if not, just open up an actual notepad from your computer and paste all that in there, right? So now we've got our title that I luckily just copied over to that. And then I also, to save time, copied this part as well. Then you're going to go to that next part on the workflow, go to outline, and I copied our outline. So I'm going to go to bulk add, and I'm going to paste this in right here, and then I'm going to push add, and then it adds all this. Now, there was a really cool one from the last one I did, and I'll show you that in a minute. but the H3s actually do take part right here. You can actually change these. Oh, you can change them from in here. So if you wanted to change this into H3s, and then this is an H3, then those would be automatically set up to go underneath that. So it's really, really cool. I haven't seen it that easy and intuitive in other softwares. So really cool. And then what we're going to do is go to the next one and go with launch. And when you go to the launch right here, you're going to select what folder. And this is the part where if you have a new folder right here, you can actually type that in right there and it'll automatically create a new folder for you. But right here, we're going to go with a realistic pay website. It's saying we have 9 headings and that it's going to give us an estimated 890 to 1295 word article. The last one I did was literally, I think, twice the amount of headings. There was a lot of H3s and stuff. And so it ended up creating like a 2,500 word article for me. So super cool. But I think this is good that it's a smaller article. So it'll give you an idea of what happens next. So you have this workflow that we created. Again, you can go and create custom workflows based on all of the modules that they have. And I'm going to push launch right here. And now it's going to go and start building the article, and you're going to see what happens right here. It's going to basically start writing and take us into another section over here where you're going to start seeing, it's going to go and find an image for us. Marketing strategy. So it finds what could be a featured article for you, a featured image for you or something like that. And then you can see right here, remaining time, 128 seconds below right there, it tells us, and it is writing for us. And you can see it just continues to keep writing. So a couple things to mention, there must be something going on in the background that it's doing some things that are pretty intelligent with the writing. And I can show you in the other article that I wrote before doing the review is that it will actually outline in the paragraphs before. So like if it was step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, the paragraph before it will actually talk about the 4 steps and briefly outline them before it goes into the actual ones. And it matches up perfectly. So there is something, and this is the difference between picking up a tool like Kopify versus just going into the OpenAI playground. We can go into the OpenAI playground and pay and go in here and do things, but everything's going to be a little bit more custom prompt based. You're not going to be able to just come in here and immediately get the same results or output in the playground doing it manually that you're going to get with the tool. And so that answers the question of why would you pick up a tool that's requiring you to go and get an API key, a paid API key from OpenAI? It's because Kopify has their own algorithm built on top of this that is, it's instructing it to go out and do research and then come back and then utilize the playground with unique prompts in order to get this organized text on the screen of what you're seeing right now. So that is what's really cool about Kopify. And while it's continuing writing that, we'll go back over here and we'll look at Kopify as it's available on Appsumo right now. Now, again, this is unique than most of the AI writers that are launched, is that you do need your API key from OpenAI. But they're using the latest technology with OpenAI. So you know that you're getting the best AI that is available on the internet right now. And you're going to be able to go over here and they compare to Phrase Jasper, Surfer, and so forth. What you're going to be able to get with this is the $59. And you do have the one-click WordPress export. It's going to take a little bit of time to get that set up. Free upgrade to GPT-4 when that is available, I believe. There are voice commands. I didn't test that out. Long form writer, custom template builder, limitless content generation. So you can build as much content as you want. It's just as long as whatever you want to pay OpenAI. But I already showed you that how this tool. So basically what you're paying for is a really, really friendly user interface that is very similar to Jasper. They're going to be adding more modules and upgrading their tool. And so forth. So there is a limitation on the 150 workflow credits per month and 30 content audits per month. So we haven't looked at the content auditor. So we'll try to see if we can look at that as well. So it wrote the article, it only took a couple of minutes and we have this article right here. It automatically, I don't know why, displays this image down here at the bottom every time. It wrote a 1258 word article for us. The estimation was spot on. You're welcome to, look through this and pause the video. I'll just scroll through here. You can pause the video and read the content. It is on point and follows a really nice sequence. You can open this in the editor and you can continue writing if you want to. One thing that I would suggest for them is, let's see over here, like we should be able to pull up some, okay, so this is where you're in the content editor and you can tell it how much length you want and the creativity, right? You can come in here and tell it what you want it to write right here and then push write for me. There's some shortcuts right here as well. You can see that they put a lot of effort into just making this layout of the software very slick. I really, really like the design of the software. You can come over here and actually push on, let's see what these buttons do. So this is the SERP analysis right here. And then you can optimize. We're going to go ahead and just do a SERP analysis for now in the United States and push analyze. So let's just see what this is going to do right here for us. Really cool. I didn't test this part out. I'm glad that I kind of discovered this part over here because I wrote an article earlier and I didn't really pay attention to these buttons on the side. So I'm really glad that I saw those. As you can see, doing a review for this, it's tough to put it all into a 10-15 minute video. There's just too much to go over. Okay, so we're back with some results. We have digital marketing right here, the SERP analysis right here. So I don't know if this is just going and getting more information from these sites. You can click over and check out those websites. So it's just doing research for us. Now we can go to optimize. So it's going to pull up an optimizer. And this is where I think that it's going to do something similar to maybe like what Surfer does, where it's going to give us maybe keywords that we should be adding to our content. It says it's loading. I'm not really sure what's happening here. Okay, so I'm not seeing what happened over here. You can see I've pushed that a few times and it's okay. So there it goes. It took a minute, but you can see that it has a full optimizer right here. It has the word count and it has the headings, and it's saying that we need 21 headings. So we do have more content, and I don't know if this is based off of the top 10 search results or what have you. But we only have 2 links. We need 8 links, and we only have 2 images, so we need 6 images. So it gives you some basic optimization. Headings, we need double the headings, and we do have good amount of words right here. And as you can see, if we really looked at this, this is quite a bit of content per heading right here. But I think it looks pretty nice. And then the green means that you're good on optimization. The red means you have not added the keyword at all. And then the yellow means you have added it, but you haven't added it enough. One thing right here, email, it's a little over optimized and there's no color for that. We have it 4 times over 20. So just to kind of test this out right here, we would say, make sure to email your list, and a list should highlight, or that one went up. Okay. I'm just going to say email the people. And let's see if people now will turn. Yep, it turned from red to yellow right there. So you can see that this works very quickly. Email the people on your list frequently, and I'll just say on your list. Okay, so that is actually pretty cool. If you're looking for an all-in-one, they have a nice optimizer right here. Of course, this is not as advanced as like Neuron Writer or Surfer or Phrase, where we can do deep analysis and there's just so much more that you can add. But I think that for a basic content editor, this is pretty good, and for optimization. Okay, so then now we can go over here and just look at what this does. So this is what I was thinking. Yep, there's the templates. You can come in here, and if you need to write more paragraphs, you can come in here and utilize the templates on the right hand side to generate the content and then add it over to here. Really, really cool. Now here is an image section. Really cool. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So if I go email marketing right here and push search, we're going to search for images, and these are going to probably be, just Pexels and Pixabay and so forth. So we don't have a whole lot for email marketing right here, but I'm going to go ahead and just push enter right here, and we can just go with something like whatever this was. That's funny. It has some of the people from That Austin Distill is from Jasper, I think. But we're going to go and just add something in right here. If you left click, okay, so it automatically adds it in over there, and it's going to credit it. You can remove that or not. I don't think it's a big deal to leave it. So you can actually quickly add images to your content. We can go with automation. So I'm going to just highlight this and copy that. You can add links right here and change the H heading and so forth. So really cool stuff. Overall, I mean, this tool really checks out, guys. This is one of the most unique AI writers that I've seen. Really, really fun to use. Very Jasper-like. Very, very clean user interface. I really, really like it. Let's go with automation over here. Just kind of find something that's more techy. We'll just go ahead and grab that right there. So we'll go and push enter right there, and then just the left click over here, and then boom, it automatically adds it. I love that. Okay, so really cool stuff. And then here is what, when you're done, oh, here's where you can use a microphone to type what you want it to do, and then you can go and go into just a read-only mode right there. Okay, so some pretty cool tools. You can go to export up here, and you can download the file into a Microsoft Word or plain text format. That's probably what you're going to want to do, is download this to Word so that you can copy and paste it onto your site or a text. And then also right over here, once you get the WordPress plugin set up and go through a little bit of the techie setup, it'll probably take 10-15 minutes. Then you could go in here and actually publish this as a draft or publish mode and publish it directly to your site. Really cool. They seem to have thought of a lot of things before launching the software. I'm going to go and grab, just for fun, let's take this content down here, and it's I'm not really sure if it's going to copy that or not. Copy. I'm going to go in here and start a new scan, and we're going to scan this real quick. 66% original. So I've done tests. I mean, there's plenty of times where I look at content that was 100% written by humans, and it will pull scores like this, right? So if it's pulling 40 or 50% original score written 100% in AI, I think that is really, really good. So it's pulling really good numbers right here, some of the best that I've seen from an AI writer. It's pulling what Jasper pulls. Jasper might pull even a little higher numbers, which is really insane. But it's pulling some really good content numbers right there for AI detection. And you can see this full-blown article right here. You can add images, do your links in here, and so forth. So I think that's really cool. We can come back over here, and at any time you can go in to your folders and pull up. Here's one that I did earlier as well. Well, that's not it. It's the other one over here. So these are two articles that we wrote with Kopify. And this one was a really long article, 2,569 words. And you can see right here, full blown about email marketing. I guess that was on my mind this morning. So really cool stuff. I will go and read through this, publish this on my site, keep track of this, see if I can get this content to rank on my site. So I hope you guys enjoyed this long, in-depth review of Kopify. I know many of you were waiting for me to get this review out to you. I'm glad I went through the steps. I went and signed up for a paid OpenAI account to see what the big deal was. I know a lot of people already have paid accounts and they use the playground and so forth on OpenAI. I'm also a ChatGPT Plus member right now, paying $20 a month. So, I mean, I don't want to think about how much money I'm paying monthly for all these tools, but I do things like this to bring proper reviews to you guys. I think that this is a keeper. Definitely, Kopify is looking like a very solid, writer that is going to allow you to use the latest technology from OpenAI, and then it's going to provide the user interface, one of the slickest that I've seen in a long time, and it's very Jasper-like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to LearnWire, and if you want to go check out Kopify, click the first link below and go pick up your lifetime deal from Appsumo. I'll see you in the next video.